welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing FC Cincinnati 1, Philadelphia Union 0, in the MLS Cup Playoffs 2023 Eastern Conference Semifinal. The winner, Cincinnati, will be hosting Columbus in the conference final next Saturday. Big win from Cincinnati. It was very similar to last year's Cincinnati-Philly match, the 1-4 last year. But this time it was in Cincy. Cincy were the dominant team, and they got the one goal to put them through. But it was a very similar situation, all told, that Cincy scores the goals. They score a goal. They dominate the game, but it takes them 94 minutes to score. Just like it took Philly to score, less to score, but it took them most of the game to score their one goal and then go on through. So, halftime 0-0. Again, Cincinnati were the better team throughout this game, throughout the first half. They were dominant. They had a lot more quality chances. They played the ball forward. Philadelphia had some moments. They were very good defensively. They had some offensive moments, but in the end, it was Cincinnati who basically led the charge in this match in the first half and the second half. Most of the second half, all of the second half flies by as well. Same way, Cincinnati going forward, taking chances. Philly had some more chances as well in that second half. But in the 90-plus fourth minute, there was a free kick. Barrial plays it in, heads down. Ian Murphy heads it down to Yerson Mosquera. Nobody's on Mosquera, but he's onside. And he slots it past Andre Blake to make it 1-0, and there's your goal. Pretty scrappy, but it had to be, especially against Andre Blake, who was playing the game of his life, or one of the games of his life, because it was honestly, I could say it was slightly better than the Canada-Jamaica game. He's been really good this week. But again, Andre Blake gets scored on after standing on his head for 94 minutes, and 4 more minutes elapsed of stoppage time. It ends 1-0, 1-0 Cincinnati, and Cincinnati moves on to the next round. They move to the conference final. The Supporters' Shield winners are still alive. With that being said, stats are as follows. 11 shots to 16, 6 shots on goal to 4, 55% possession to 45% possession, 484 passes to 388, 82% pass accuracy to 82, 14 fouls, 17, 5 offside to 0, 2 yellow cards to 2, 0 red cards to 0, 8 corners to 5. Listen, for me, again, Cincinnati played well tonight. That is not a question. I thought Cincinnati played well. I thought they were the better team by far. As this game was going, I thought they were the better team. I didn't think there was a question that Cincinnati would win this game. The way they played, I thought they were going to win. Now, the longer this game went, I was like, maybe Philly could find a moment. And they almost did a couple of times. They almost did find their moment. Celentano was a lot more shakier than Blake, I have to say. For me, it hurts for Philly, I got to say. I wouldn't say they got screwed, and I don't think that goal was offside. I didn't see it. Herc said he saw it. Some people said he saw it. I didn't see the offside. I thought Murphy was on. Yes, Baji was offside, but here's the thing. If you're not involved in the play, as in you don't touch the ball, in my opinion, whether it's the rules of the game, laws of the game or not, it shouldn't count. In my opinion, he didn't touch it. He was out of the play. He didn't mess with the goalkeeper. He didn't interfere with the goalkeeper. To me, even if Baji was offside, it shouldn't have been called offside. I didn't see it on Murphy or Mosquera, so I didn't think it was offside. So you could be mad about it. You could rage about it, but to me, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. The angles I saw didn't show offside. So there's your answer there. For me, I think Cincinnati deserved to win. They fought hard. They should have got more than one. But again, it was a very similar situation to the 2022 conference semifinal, 1-4 again. But this last time it was in Philly. Philly was the 1, Cincy was the 4. And it was a similar game. Philly dominated and got a late goal and won. Should have done better. But in the end, they still won by, I wouldn't say by the skin of their teeth. The scoreline doesn't tell the whole story. But it looks like they won by the skin of their teeth. Same with Cincinnati here. Cincinnati's at home. They dominate the game. They score a late goal even later than what Philly did last year. And looks like they scraped the game when they really didn't. Yes, Philly defensively was amazing, even without Glesnes. Damian Lowe had a great game. He was very tough. I thought he played well. Andre Blake stood in his head. It was just like the Canada-Jamaica game. Cincy would have won this game outright. Like, it wouldn't have taken to the 90+4th minute if Andre Blake didn't stand on his head. Again, Andre Blake is just the best. Honestly, at this point, I got to say it. Andre Blake is the best goalkeeper in CONCACAF. He is. He is. Because, again, he has caused he's caused one team to get knocked out of the Copa America qualifiers or get knocked out of the Nations League and have to go to the repechaje. And he almost caused Cincinnati to get knocked out and upset Cincinnati. Sadly, Mikel Uda screwed him over. Mikel Uda is a fake striker, let me tell you that much. He puts two over the bar. Wasn't even on the end of Mbaizo's cross. Like, for me, he should have been. He can't sniff the goal. He's like a freaking drug-sniffing dog that lost all of his nose receptors. You know? That's exactly what Uda is. He can't sniff the goal. He can't sniff it. Put him out the pasture. Put him out the pasture. He can't sniff the goal. Carranza wasn't great either. Gazdag didn't really have a great performance, I gotta say. I expected better from Gazdag. Philly, it's like they tried, they fought, but they just didn't have the tip of the spear. Like, the tip of the spear was dull as all hell. And I think that's exactly what hurt Philly. Because they had a chance to win this game. They had a chance to win. They could have, if the tip of the spear was sharp. But it was very, very, very weak. Very, very dull. And in the end, they lost because of it. Cincinnati got the one goal they needed. Should they have gotten more? Yes. Do I think Lucho Acosta could have played a bit better? Yes, but he had his moments. Alvaro Barreal, he looked amazing tonight. Vasquez and Bupenza and Baji, at times, they had their moments. I don't think they looked bad, but they didn't go full fake striker, but I definitely think they could have done better. They could have definitely scored. At least one of them could have scored at least one. For me, Cincinnati, you could say the tip of their spear wasn't sharp. It was less dull than Philly's, but it still wasn't sharp. But I think that also helps that Andre Blake was wearing chainmail. You know? Like it was the Renaissance. He was wearing chainmail. You can't put a spear through chainmail, or at least a lot harder to stab somebody through chainmail. So that's what I think about Cincinnati, is their spear wasn't too dull. It was sharp, but it went through chainmail, and it finally found a hole that it could stick through right at the end of the day. So there you go. Right at the end of the day. So man of the match for me, honestly, Andre Blake. To be honest, I'm going to say it. He put on a really great performance that if Philly had a good forward line and Gazdag had a game that he should have and Carranza had something to do with it, Philly could have won. They could have ran away with this one because he had the game he had. So Andre Blake's the man of the match for me, to be honest. I can't pick anybody off Cincy that was the man of the match. Andre Blake could have changed this game. If he had a worse game, it would have been 3-0. Nobody's talking about him. Or everybody's talking about, oh my God, he was bad. If it was 3-1 for Philly, it'd be like, damn, he really won that game for him. So he really decided this game that Philly was in it almost the whole time because of him. In the end, his positioning got the best of him, but hey, he let 2 in against Canada and they still ended up winning Jamaica. So sometimes it happens. I think that free kick was ingenious, to be honest. And that's what got Blake beat. You have to surprise him, and they did surprise him. I don't think he was ready for a play like that where Murphy was to head it down to Mosquera, and nobody was covering Mosquera. So I'm guessing, personally, that they didn't even think he was going to try to shoot. So I guess the defense kind of let Blake down as well, which is kind of shocking. But with that being said, If you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I shall see you tomorrow for a live watch along of both Houston Dynamo FC versus Sporting Kansas City and Seattle Sounders FC versus LAFC, and the review of Seattle versus LAFC later on that night. I will see you tomorrow. We got 2 more games in the conference finals, and this season is going to come up to a close very quickly, quicker than you could say, damn, that was a series, that was a season. With that being said, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. Congratulations, Cincinnati. Commiserations, Philly. Peace.